I'm here in Uda of Nara. What time is it now?
Oh, it's probably 5. Yeah.
So that's why we have the yes,
Countryside ringtone.
yes. It tells you that it's 5 o'clock. But this is Coline. She's actually one of the first persons. I mean, the first few people I've helped in buying a house in Japan in the countryside, and probably you are also the youngest, I think, out of the people that I've helped with, because when you first bought, you were only
24
24.
at that time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So a lot of people, they would buy as a vacation home when they're like 50s, 60s, but you're actually committed to moving to Uda, not full time in the beginning, but you almost live
Yeah,
here.
first year was going back and forth
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I had no visa, but then I settled.
Yes, and now you spend, I think, most of the year
Yes.
in Uda, right? And we are in front of the beautiful Kominka that she bought 3 years ago. From the outside, actually, it might not look so different. It has some snow because today is very cold.
Yes.
But she's kind enough to have a tour of how the house is like now. And although we're on the road now, it's not so busy, so no cars are coming at this point.
So you can see that the sidewalk has changed. Actually, it's completely new because when the plumbing renovations were done, we were connected to the public sewage, and we had to destroy almost all the sidewalk.
Was it also concrete here?
It was like this actually.
Just older.
Yeah.
They have to redo the pipe for
Yeah.
the water. Yeah?
So it was really beautiful because there are some cats who
Neko.
walked here, and it echoes the old cat marks that we also have inside of the garden. So it was actually a very fun line.
Different cats.
Yeah,
Different
cats,
cats.
probably 10 years apart.
We're at Doma.
Yes.
お邪魔します.
So let's go see the old kitchen. We actually demolished parts or most of it. So the kitchen was renovated in the 80s, but none of it is functional. So I will be removing all the fake walls and everything just to uncover the old wooden beams, and also probably the floor, make it same level as the entrance. Bathroom is still the same, it's just clean now.
I assume you never used it?
No, never. Oh, well, we used it in summer when we needed very fresh water, because it's only cold water. The boiler doesn't work anymore.
What about
Oh, this doesn't work. The wooden handle broke, and it's all rusty, and I didn't manage to make it move. So
that was one of the charm points you said in the beginning.
I still really love it, but I just wish I could make it work. But the sink works perfectly well. Super useful when gardening.
Frozen now because it's very cold.
Yes, there's still snow inside. And here you can see cats walking the concrete as well, but many more years ago. Here there's still a storage room. I haven't touched anything inside there, so still the same. I even think that the doors are stuck.
These ones.
Yeah, but it's the side of the house I will tackle later. And here's the garage. So it has become more of a DIY workshop than a garage now. There is the well that the pump is connected to, still working, still in perfect condition. Lights working.
It is a
as
workshop.
well. Yeah. We repaired a roof leak. I went on the roof and I moved a few broken tiles. So now it's an old stain, we don't have any more problems. And we managed to save one of the furniture that was actually over there behind the well. I don't know if you remember, it was really full of spiders and dust.
I don't remember, but after cleaning, it looks so nice.
It's beautiful. Our goal is to put it somewhere in the front of the house, but now it's just our storage for all the tools. And then upstairs there's all the gardening tools. And then here at the back, so the part of the garden that is ours is the one with the black sheets.
That's the neighbor's
Yes.
cabbage or something.
Yeah, very beautiful garden compared to mine so far.
And then it's propane gas, right?
Yes. This is for the kitchen and shower boiler.
How often do you have to replace them?
I don't know, the guy come and replace them and he does the thing and I get the invoice every
I see.
month.
You
It's
just
very
pay.
simple.
If you're okay, we can talk a bit about of the garden. That I think obviously you decided that this is the place you like, is because it has a garden like this.
Yeah, the garden was definitely one of the strong points of the house, especially because all the rocks, that it's a little bit elevated. So when we are sitting in the Engawa here or from the bay window there, we can see all the details and everything. It's beautiful. And when I saw it first, it was more of a jungle.
We have the footage of that, so you can see the comparison.
But now I think it's way closer to what I wanted to look like in the end. There is still a lot to do, and the garden obviously changes throughout all the year. It's really different in spring and in summer, but it's always inspiring.
So we're in a room beside the doma, and obviously it's very cold now because, as you said, the
air gap is crazy here.
and it's a Kominka, so and you said these used to be tatami rooms, eh?
Yes, so these 3 first rooms used to be full of tatami, but I got rid of them at the beginning, which was a mistake. Don't do this with your old tatami, especially if they are still in quite okay condition.
And they were the authentic ones. Eh?
Yes, they were probably 50 years old, and they are the same as the one I have upstairs in one of the rooms and downstairs also. So I kept a few of them, but not all of them.
But they're falling now, so
Yes.
without slippers they are like ice.
Yes, but they are beautiful. Not oak, what are they? Chinese chestnut. Chinese chestnut. Yeah.
Kuri? Chestnut. Kuri ka?
Chestnut.
Oh, I don't know.
Nuts?
But anyway.
Yeah, but they're really
The color looks
beautiful.
nice, yes.
I chose it because of the colors. It complements very well the beams, and also it's small, small size.
And we have a Christmas tree. It's only February, so it's still there.
I really have to do something about it.
But it's nice to look at it, right?
Yeah, very pleasant. So here it's still the old wooden doors. I really don't want to change them. They are quite charming, but we removed all the fake ceiling that was covering the beams here to see what was hiding under that. And actually I think here it was Engawa before.
Gets a lot of sunlight.
Yes, it's really beautiful, especially middle of the afternoon. In summer, this is always open.
And then you have the view of the garden, right?
Yes,
Yes.
right away.
Here it's
Amazing
just
view.
transparent, but over there you can open it in the when it's warmer.
Yes, it's one of the best views of the house actually. When you look at my Instagram, it's one of my favorite pictures to take.
Photo spot.
Yes. So then here we have 2 more tatami rooms. One of them now is converted in a sort of kimono workshop. This is where I store most of my kimono, and also in winter this is where I set up the kotatsu. Really useful.
This is the kotatsu?
Yeah.
So this is a very nice traditional chochin lamp. Is it from this house?
No, I bought it in a thrift store, and I spent months looking for those kind of chochin with a very beautiful kamon. And actually this one is almost antique. The paper is really, really old. And we put it out during the Matsuri.
In the summer.
Yes. And these are the original boxes of the lanterns.
Sorry, and then I know you said you're doing kimono photography and
Yes.
rental as well, or
So basically, what I would do is like a rental, but I dress the client and I explain. I give a little bit of a kimono dressing class, and then we would go out in their area over here, and we take pictures like portrait pictures. So I got new toilet and new shower room. This was actually one of the first things to do after I tackled the plumbing, and right now it's a very classic European looking toilet.
and you said you did a lot of the work yourself,
Yes.
like the plaster.
Yes, so the shikui and everything was done by some friends, and I did the painting, like the blue walls, and the choice of the furniture and everything. And those toilets are very classic. There's no Japanese washlet or heating seats.
So standard, but
Yeah.
not any additional function. And it's very warm inside.
Yeah, there's a little heater, and we put insulation in the walls. So for insulation, we use the sheep wool.
I think that's what keeps you in the toilet long because it's warm.
You can work on your phone on the toilet. And then we have a beautiful Italian shower. That was super hard to have it done by the plumbers, so I had to do half of the work by myself. And in the end, I'm very happy about the result. The tiles are some sandstone tiles that are handmade in Japan. And I found them on a Japanese website called Tile Life. They are amazing. I'm not sponsored or anything, but they really have a wide choice of tiles, especially the ones for bathroom and everything. So here is the part where we took down everything that was built in the 80s, like the fake walls, the fake ceiling and everything, and we're just using this room as a storage until we figure out precisely what we do with it. We also plan to take down this wall, and behind there's the kitchen, and we want to have an open kitchen, living room, dining room situation here. So we didn't change anything in the room, we just put our stuff. The walls could use some painting, but since this place is going to be demolished at some point, we don't want to spend too much time on it. So there's one of the main bedrooms, and it's actually one of the easiest rooms to heat and maintain hot in winter. So this is why we sleep here.
It's one of the room that was you didn't have to do too much to change, right? It was already
besides cleaning and furnishing, it was in pretty good condition. The tatami were all in super condition, so we left them here. These tatami are super hard to move. They weight 35 kilo each. I tried to do it by myself, but it was a workout.
It's expensive to dispose them too, right? If you want to,
Yeah.
So might as well utilize them if you can. We're now at the second floor. A lot of it is your working space, so we won't be seeing everything, but this is out to the garden, as you see. And then you said there were carpets here you removed?
Yeah, so before there was some orange carpets, and they were actually decomposing. Like when you touch them, the orange dust would go out. So some friends took a full day to just rip everything out, and it was stapled to the floor, and then there was insulation glued to the floor. So it's a little bit ugly now, but we're planning to replace this with just hardwood.
Flooring. Okay.
So that's a great question. How did I end up with such a big house at such a young age? Because you mentioned I started looking for houses and contacted you. I was 24 years old. Now I turned 27, and I'm actually the manager of my own business here in Japan. So the way I managed to stay in Japan full time was to create a company and have the business owner visa. because in the house I initially wanted to do a guest house and also host workshops. So at the beginning I didn't have any precise ideas of the precise workshop I wanted to host, but I knew it was about traditional Japanese arts. Turned out that now I started doing kimono workshops and kimono photo shoots, because I've been passionate about kimono dressing and Japanese fashion for many years now. And also, since I've learned so much about buying a house, the basics of renovation, what was prioritary and mandatory to start with, I decided to launch my own services, and I advise people who want to do similar experiences here in Japan on how to search for properties, and when you're viewing properties, what to look out for and everything. And also I accompany people on viewings. I go with them with a translator, and we manage to communicate right away with the real estate agents and everything. And also I advise on further renovation process, the pros and cons of certain materials, and also the probably very tricky and sometimes a little bit challenging world of construction companies in Japan, because I think that there's a lot of stories on YouTube about people renovating houses, but it's mostly DIY. So I try to focus more on the side of what you're going to expect when you deal with Japanese companies, construction companies. That's a good question, because actually I think that one of the most important parts of living in the countryside is to actually integrate and participate in the local life. You can buy a house and you can stay here for vacation, but if you don't live full-time here, you will almost never experience how it really is to be part of a Japanese neighborhood, especially in the countryside. At first people are very curious, but they can seem a little bit closed off, just looking at you in a weird way, like, oh, what is she doing? Why is she here for? So you have to kind of go in their world and introduce yourself very politely, and then try to see what events you can take part in. Because there's a lot of events with the neighborhood association. For example, there is a shrine nearby, and we can go help at the shrine a few times a year. So this is really important things that you can participate in, or show the community that you are willing to renovate the house in a positive way. You have to live with the season as much as the house lives with the season. For example, the tatami in summer, they regulate humidity, and in winter they kind of give back the humidity they stored during summer. There's also the dirt wall that shrinks or expands depending on the temperature and humidity levels. So in winter, most windows should be closed always, and you need at least a few small heaters here and there. But in summer, all windows must be open because the air needs to flow in order for no mold to be created in some places where humidity could build up. So I kind of live very differently in summer than in winter here, but both seasons are amazing. And the in-between of the season are really wonderful here in Japan, especially spring. I really love spring here.
Any bug problems here?
Weird bug encounters, but no problem of bugs in the house. I was super lucky to have no tatami mites and no, how do you call this, termites. No termites. So this is amazing. In the garden sometimes weird insects, but that's all.
They don't intrude into the house?
No, not at all. Especially if you keep a house very clean. They don't like to enter in clean spaces, so vacuum every day and it will be good. So for now, the house renovation are a little bit on hold. because my priority is to grow my business, to ensure my visa stability. And in terms of business, I mainly am a photographer and videographer. So I propose all kinds of services related to portraits in general and report photography. But also I'm trying to expand, especially with my kimono passion. And I have a kimono online shop where I thrift secondhand kimonos and make them available worldwide for very nice prices, because most of the imported kimonos in Europe or America are super expensive. And for the renovation, once I get my business at a level that I'm going to be able to be kind of independent, I will be tackling insulation very fast, I hope, because for the upcoming winters I really want to be more prepared. And I will also be trying to renovate the downstairs area that we saw earlier, like the kitchen and the dining room, to make it a little bit more cozy friendly. And eventually, in 1 or 2 years, open a guest bedroom or 2 guest bedrooms. We'll see how it goes.
So we're at the end of the interview. You're in Uda now. What would you like to say to, I guess, people who are looking for buying especially a traditional house around Uda or Nara Prefecture?
Oh, I would say come to Uda. Uda is the best place. Uda and Yoshino. Very amazing spaces for touristic reasons, but also because it's close to nature and very close to traditions. And for anyone looking for houses in Nara region or Kansai in general, please contact me and I will advise you in the best way possible.
And thank you for showing the house. It's good to see what's been happening the 2-3 years, and there's obviously a lot of progress of what you've done with the house as well as your business. So thank you.
Thank you for coming back.